Hi. Uh, so I guess this is a channel update of sorts. I feel like I've been going through very profound experiences lately. But one of the positive ones, I won't get into the negative bits, but one of the most positive things that I've seen happening are the comments that I keep rereading when I posted the roughs I did for the day the earth blew up. I honestly did not expect the film to have that kind of a decent reception from animation fans. I might have been in a mental state that might not have been conducive with enjoying working on the project. I think the director said something like my work was too organic. I don't know who says that, too organic. But let's rewind. Let's get back to this later. If you don't know, you probably don't, my real name, my channel name is Full Chain Animation. That would be me. But my real name is Royce Bendix Miniano Ramos. I'm not, I know it sounds, I'm not Spanish, I'm not Mexican. I'm Filipino, and I've always been, because who would move here? So, I started this channel like years and years ago when I had some sort of like mental block, creative block that really didn't, I didn't feel like doing anything creative. I couldn't work, I couldn't draw anything. There was, I just did not feel like doing anything creative. I didn't want to play guitar, I didn't want to sing, I didn't want to write music, I didn't want to draw, which is something I'd always done. I'd always just messed around with the guitar every now and then. I would, and I've always been drawing ever since I was 4 years old. And starting this channel really helped out. I think it got me back on my creative feet, and I have all of you to thank for that. Thank you very much. I mean, the channel simply does not have a large base, but I've got the friends that count on this channel. I really do. I mean, no, it feels like I've got friends on this channel because we're all, I'm familiar with the ones who are regular. There are very, very few of us. There are very few of us on Team Full Chain, but everybody's like, I feel like they're loyal friends. They don't feel like subscribers or fans. I feel like they're friends, because inherently that's what you get when you're all animation fans like myself. And you start a channel, you end up having friends. You don't have followers. I hate that word. I really do, followers. But, So anyway, getting back to, is that bothering you? That's bothering me. I can't see my eyes. That bugs me. Yeah, so, I honestly, I put my roughs out for the day the earth blew up because I checked on my channel statistics and it said like, oh, you haven't uploaded 3 videos in like 90 days, in the past 90 days, which is when every now and then I do check the requirements for like monetizing the channel and stuff like that. I mean, I never really counted on it. It was just a dump. It was a creative dump, basically. Full Chain Animation is a creative dump. If I didn't stop myself, I would just keep on putting stuff here. Every now and then I do, right? I have videos that have nothing to do with animation, I think, here and there. But that's not going to stop. That's just going to keep happening. As long as I feel like, I just got to press the upload button. I like this video. But it really is. It's just like a creative dump that really did turn into a full-on animation channel that features mainly my animation. It's made for animation fans like me, or people who might want to draw inspiration, or might want to see like my personal favorites on my own channel, if I do say so myself, are the behind the scenes bits, like the day the earth blew up roughs, and whatever roughs I can legally put up on this channel. Those would be some of my favorites personally, because it does give you an inside look on the way someone else might think. What are they thinking? What were they doing? How did they do this? It's like, is that what? Oh, his lines look like crap, or whatever it is you want to say. It's like I allow any kind of comment and just do the editing myself. I just throw out the trash. You know those ones where you just well, if you're not a YouTube creator, you might not know this, but the moment, there are times when, it's like the moment you put a video up there, it's like these info gathering hack job channels or bots, they come in first, they keep an eye on who's uploaded a video first. And they make these weird comments that have nothing to do with animation or the video. It's just obviously a bot. Right, but I don't want to turn any kind of comments off. I do just edit those myself because it is fun reading through all of them. I'm sorry if I can't answer each and every comment because sometimes life does get in the way. I think we all know how that is. Life gets in the way. Don't you wish you could tell your boss that? Why didn't you finish that? We had a deadline on Friday and and you go like, well, sir, life gets in the way sometimes. I said I'll tell you how life gets in the way. You're fired. So yeah, it really, getting back to the day the Earth blew up thing, it's starting to feel more and more like it's a profound experience for me. Just reading through all these joyful comments, mostly, it's like people are telling me about how they brought their kids or the 79-year-old grandma. I forget who. I love that. I love that comment because I was raised by my grandma. I would have loved to see this film with my grandma, but even if she was alive now, there's no way I might not have been able to drag her. But I love that thought. Somebody brought over their 79-year-old grandma with them, or maybe the grandma brought him with her. I don't know. He specified that she might not be the greatest animation fan or something, but he said they had a great time. And then some people will say they brought their kids, or the kids brought them, or they were laughing throughout the film. It's the best piece of animation so far this year and stuff like that. I mean, that's not January, otherwise that'd be sarcastic, wouldn't it? January the 2nd, it's the best animation this year. Oh, well, thanks. But it's not. It is May now. And it's a legit comment to say that it's the best animation piece of movie for this year. I really do appreciate that. And a lot of people at the studio, I mean, every now and then I put that in the comments. I put Snipple Animation Studios, which is located in Manila in the Philippines, in Quezon City. Is it Quezon City or Pasig? I'm confused. Somewhere between. It's between two cities or something like that. But, well, it's the biggest animation company right now in the Philippines, as far as I know. And they really do try. The thing is right now, things are so slim with animation in the Philippines right now. It's unbelievable. It's like none of us have ever been on a basic salary. We work as regular freelancers, which sounds like a contradiction in terms, I know. Right? What's a regular freelancer? It's like, a regular freelancer is when you have a job, but kind of not. And our lifestyles collectively are a picture of that. I mean, I've had to move God knows how many times these past couple of years. Simply because I couldn't pay the rent. Like, this isn't a rant video about how bad animation is, or in general, blah blah. But for the past few years, ever since COVID, we just blamed a lot for the reception of films, 2D films, and then the advent of 3D and stuff like that. They all look alike to me. I don't hate 3D films, but I've never been a fan of them. Except maybe for Toy Story, at the start of things. It's the start of things. It's like that with me. I tend to like a story that is an origin story, like when I used to have these first issues of comic books, like reprints, cheap reprints of how the origin of the Hulk. I was a Marvel guy, origin stories, the Fantastic Four, Captain America, Spider-Man. There used to be cheap reprints in the Philippines back in the day of the first issues of these comics, and I would only ever collect the first 5 issues or stuff like that. Having said that, Bill Sienkiewicz run on New Mutants is still the best fucking thing ever in Marvel. I'm not gonna back out on that. But where'd that come from? But it's been making me more and more aware of how people are probably missing. Do you hear that? There's tricycles outside. It's a charming street I've moved into recently. It's like I've been there for a couple of months. But life has been so rugged and difficult and just topsy-turvy for the past few years. Which is probably why, if you ever do wonder why, how come he never just comes out with content regularly? He could be, I'm not on ads or any of that sort of stuff. I'm not qualified for it. I'll get on it as soon as I'm qualified. Which is, I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind if you put some of my videos on loop and go to sleep on them. Does that work? I don't know. Let's look through the comments. It probably doesn't work, but I'm glad that the 2D fans that I get along with on my channel, who are a fair representation, I think, of the kind of animation fans that I would want to be in cahoots with reviving 2D. We haven't seen real 2D releases like this one, and it's out there. It is, there's quite a few comments that say, "Man, it's too bad that film is being sabotaged." The shooting stuff's on a foot. Here they have with it. I feel like, wow, they do have a gem here. It took the comments for me to realize that too, though. I didn't hate the process of making the animation for it. The director I might not have been one of the director's favorite animators, because I used to go fall at the comments sometimes. I go like, they want what? They want these ultra clean vector lines? That doesn't look like animation. That looks like who is this guy? We're probably both like that with each other. It's like, who is this motherfucking animator from the Philippines telling me I'm doing it wrong? And I go like, who the hell is this guy? This Crick Falusi wannabe, blah, blah. He wants ultra clean lines. He's an illustrator. What did he say? Because, the director locally here, Dennis, was somebody I really got along with. But it's not because of that we were friends or got along well that he had positive comments on my work. It was because he's used to the process of animation as well, as long as I've been, maybe 40 odd years or something, 30, God knows, right? So, as far as Dennis goes, the local director, he's like, that's good stuff, man, I'll just put it through, I don't care. He knows I have lines that are organic and dirty and stuff like that, because I like Melt Cahill, hairy lines, and the 9 Old Men and all of that. I'm from that, right? So, I get comments like, Dennis goes, like, the director says your work is too organic. And it is that scene in the park where, help, there's something, the aliens are watching us. It's too organic. To me, it's like, well, you animate according to what you hear. If there's dialogue, if there's music, you animate according to the feel or the beat, if you will, of what you hear. And the way I heard it is like, are you kidding me? You're saying we shouldn't approach the animation here organically if we've got the same idea even of what organic means? No, I'm not downplaying the director. He's an awesome he's an awesome artist. But yeah, those are the sorts of things I was going through with the movie. In the end, I honestly just told Dennis, could you put me back on the series stuff? Because I can't do this. I honestly felt like I could not animate on the Earth blow up. But I never regretted it. And I actually now, of course now I love it. It took the subscribers on this channel to tell me that, you know what, you actually did pretty good there. I was, oh yeah, But more than that, more than being told that I did okay on that film, it was the way people seemed. There were a lot of people who seemed to just have a very, very memorable experiences while watching the film. They were, if you read through the comments on my roughs for the Porky Daffy film, PDMV is our code, our what do you call it? The working the working title. PDM, a plucky Daffy movie. V. Well, I'll figure out what V is next. Or maybe MV stands for movie. I don't know how they do things here. But I just want to say thanks. Thank you, everybody. It's like it's reawakened my interest in pushing for more 2D animation done. Not just in theaters, but more like some. Let's have some really good series. Let's have Infinity Train season 5 was it? I'm still waiting, right? Let's have what's this one by? Is there a second season? I'm not in the know. I've been so out of touch with the animation planet and all of that these past few. There is the Scavenger's Reign that I really like. There's this stuff on Adult Swim right now. What's the title of that one? It's like I've been checking that out lately, and I love it. I love the art style. It's about this dude who's been he's gung ho about growing these mushrooms that heal everything and all of that. I love that stuff. I love the art style. I love the story. I love the actors. Let's have more of that. Right? And I want to thank everybody for unknowingly encouraging me to be interested in those sorts of things again. But I've been noticing for the past few years it's just a job. It's gotten to that. Maybe anybody who's been doing this for too long maybe is allowed to feel something like that. But there's also the second wind, or maybe the third, in my in my case. How many winds have it? Oh, pretty windy guy by now. Is this the fourth wind you've had to muster to keep working? Yep. So yeah, I guess in the end, the video is about thanking everybody. Thanks for the subscribers on the channel and the very, very few who even check out my videos, whatever stupid, silly videos I come out with. That have nothing to do with animation sometimes. There's a cowboy video where a girl like, I don't know why I made that video, but some people actually watched it. 16 seconds of why, how I assess waking up in the morning. It's like, wake up in the morning and it's like, well, worst thing that could happen hasn't. And tomorrow ain't till then. I'm going back to bed. Thanks, everybody. I don't know. We cannot forcibly, it seems like, we can't forcibly revive 2D animation. Not that it was ever dead. And I've always said it, it's never been supplanted by 3D. 3D is too cowardly to admit that its direct competition is real live action film because it's gonna lose. Live action is live action. And the more they try to make photorealistic 3D movies, the more they fail because we all know what reality, real film looks like, right? And it's too afraid to admit, you know what? That's what you're trying to supplant. You're gonna fail, right? 2D stands on its own as it ever has. It has its own base. It has its own fans. And when you say 2D film, like which style of 2D film? Just like any other medium. There's so many ways we could draw a character or tell a story hand drawn that there's no lumping it together as a style. I mean, when you say Japanese animation, you think, but even then, even then they have differences in style that are remarkable. So, hope to see more of you guys watching me and my work, and since work these days at the office has been very slim because the studio has been skillful enough and considerate enough to actually try and provide as much work for as many of us right now in the Philippines right now, because there must be 800 strong animation employees at Stipple. And mostly all freelancers. The supervisors are on a basic salary. I'm not sure if I can say that, but it doesn't look like there's anything in the NDAs that dissuade me from talking about that. But there's nothing negative about that. I mean, maybe we're just used to it, but it's no work, no pay, basically. And these days, it's like you get a handout for the week, and it's like 3 feet, 4 feet, 5 feet of animation. You're looking to get 7 feet. That's how many people there are lining up on maybe 1 or 2 shows. And we're expecting we're expecting a few more shows coming in somewhere, within the year. But but it's happened ever since the COVID, and then the writers' strike in the U.S. that had repercussions throughout the animation world. The animation planet just went limp in one leg because of that. Nobody writes these stories. No, none of the animation gets done. None of the work gets done. Right? There's no work for anybody in animation because no one's writing the stories. Well, there you go. Well, you better pay those real human writers the right way then. I don't know what's going on exactly, but I'm hoping they got what they were after. And I'm hoping we don't have to do some sort of thing like that right here in the Philippines. That'd be shooting ourselves in the foot, I think. I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, but right now work has been so slim at the studio that there's so much free time. There's so much free time that I don't know what now. Now I think I'm settled down enough in this new place and all of that. Hopefully. I'm still worried about how I'm going to catch up with rent, right? I mean, 3 feet of animation a week is God knows how much. That's not even $100. That you know what? That's not even $100 a week. To be honest, which that's mainly the reason why I haven't been able to keep up with keeping the channel fed with videos. Because you get too worried where you're going to sleep the next day or the next week or whatever. So I guess I've decided I'm just gonna keep on making more videos. I have a lot of ideas. I'm just gonna have to sift through them, sit myself down, and figure which ones I go with first. I can't. It goes without saying, time allow, because I know there's time. It takes one day to finish the handouts at the studio because they're like, I won't say easy, but they're simple. They're right now, the projects we have are they're weeklies. I love them. It's like, but it takes about a day or so to finish them. So the rest of the week, you're like twiddling your thumbs, waiting for the animation guys to go like, here's some more work. But it's been very encouraging to go through those comments, especially for that latest video about the Earth blew up. It fills my heart, and I've shown it to the people at the studio mostly, and everybody's loving it. They're like, wow, people are in tears, like they love our movie that much. Yep, they love our movie that much. Everybody has a personal feeling because of the stake we had in it. I'm probably not aware of what was at stake with this film. It might very well be one of the reasons why Warner's and other production companies will consider making more of these. It can only be a good thing. So thanks everybody, and hopefully we see more of each other on this channel. Welcome to Full Chain Animation. This is Full Chain, and this is our channel.